What's going on, you guys? Yeah, I know a lot of you guys heard the news. I know you heard the news. I know you heard the news. Yeah, I heard it too. And I was gonna go live and do it. We may go live tomorrow and we can talk about it in more detail, get everybody's thoughts on it on the panel. Matter of fact, yeah, we are going to go live tomorrow. So be sure to stop in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, we gonna go live. We gonna talk about this news we just heard about this fight. But yeah, for those who don't know what happened, we have Rick Glacier, right? And salute to my boy Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. You see it on the screen here. Go subscribe to my boy Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. He's doing good work over there. He's working hard. Rick Glacier. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about Rick Glacier in the boxing community. Some people love him, some people hate him. But is Rick Glacier lying when he say this fight is not happening? It's crazy, right? You know, like I told you guys about a week or two ago, 2 weeks, right? I heard they ain't had contact with Crawford in 2 weeks. We hearing so many negative things about this fight. So many negative things about this fight. And yeah, check out what Rick Glacier has to say, and I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on it.
Suspense. We trying to let you guys know what's going on. What's up with the negotiations? Is the fight happening? Is the fight not happening? Rick, it's on you. Take it away.
Well, I don't have any involvement at all. It's just I'm hearing bits and pieces from various sources, and they're a long way apart in every category, not just money, terms, which is always very important in major fights. Example, that Spence wants a rematch clause, but he doesn't want to give Terence one. Give Crawford.
Now, right, that part right there. Errol Spence in the past said rematch clauses for those who are unsure of themselves, right? I was going to give the guy a pass for saying it. But, whatever, right? No big deal. But for this, right? For them to try to strong arm Crawford to say, "Well, I get a rematch, but you don't." Nah, bro. Nah. I don't see Crawford going for anything like that.
One, and Crawford's insisting upon one, and Crawford is duly entitled to one due to the fact that he's I would call him almost legendary, if not legendary, three division world champ, undefeated, pound for pound, one at least one or two, and a champion himself. And there's no reason not to do a rematch. It's the most amount of money for Spence is this fight, and it's the most amount of money in a rematch for Spence. So there's nobody else for him to fight at 147 pounds. Now could he move?
Now that's a good point. If Spence don't fight Terence Crawford, if this thing really don't happen, who is Errol Spence Jr. gonna fight? Who is he gonna fight? Jamel Charlo didn't seem too interested in fighting his stablemate and Errol Spence Jr. He didn't seem too interested at all in fighting Errol Spence Jr. But Errol Spence Jr. on the other hand said, "Well, why not make some money together, right?" Errol Spence Jr. really don't have too many other options outside of Terence Crawford that's as big as a fight as Terence Crawford at this point. So it'll be criminal for them to really do this if this is what's really going on. Let me continue.
Move up to 54. He's not fighting Charlo, so there's no money at 54 unless he's going to fight Charlo. So he might as well do a rematch clause. I know that he wants to be in control and everything else. Al Heyman's insisting on three options. Well, man down there, Spence calls himself with his man down promotions that he's the promoter. Well, if he's the promoter, then why is his advisor demanding three options for himself on Crawford? So it's a big cluster, and a clusterfuck is what it is. And that's just the way it is. I don't see the fight being made. And if it is made, it won't be made for November. It'll be made for sometime next year. It won't be made now.
And if it don't get made now, Terence Crawford will be 35 years old. If it don't get made before November, or even he'll be 35 years old regardless. He's already pushing on the cusp of 35 years old. Was this part of the plan in drawing this thing out to age Crawford out? You hearing that Espinoza and Al Heyman beefing? You hearing so many things. Why are we hearing these things? Why are we hearing these things? Right? It's because people want to know what's going on with this fight. It's because boxing fans want to see this fight. A lot of fans assumed, even your boy Bushido, that this could be a possibility going in. But me, I want to go into this in good faith. The Errol Spence, PBC, Showtime was going to do right by Terence Crawford. He left Top Rank, right? In an unexpected fashion. Left Top Rank, came over there to make the biggest fight in boxing. This is the biggest fight for Showtime. Let me continue.
Spence will probably really fight Thurman. I think that's been the plan all along. I think they've done this to make Terrence look like a diva, like he's the B side. He's just supposed to, jump in their beckoning call and shit, which isn't true. That's when they shouldn't be doing that. Okay, Terrence deserves the respect of a 3 division world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, I'm an elector of the Hall of Fame. He's a no-brainer to be in the Hall of Fame. Crawford, and they're just not getting respected. I feel it's been the plan of Heyman all along to not fight Crawford and to make Crawford look bad, like he's a diva, or he's being unrealistic on the terms and stuff, like he's ducking Spence, when in fact they don't really want to fight. They want to fight Thurman. It's an easy fight. I know that what's his name's in line in the pecking order, Stanionis, but they'll put Stanionis on the card or on another show on Showtime in the main event. They'll let him fight who he wants to fight, and Crawford will end up fighting Thurman. The problem with Stanionis is he's a really good fighter, but not enough people know him where they can put it on pay-per-view. They can do Spence and Thurman on pay-per-view, and even though it's not. The Thurman's on the back nine. It's just a fight. It's not that big a fight, but at least it's saleable.
Damn. And now Rick Glacier, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him, right? For me, I have no real opinion of the guy. He's an old school boxing dude, a numbers dude. And the way he told this story, the way he's telling this story is like he know this is exactly what his sources told him. Right? Like he knows for sure this is pretty much what's going on. And I've been hearing some bad things, right? But see, Rick Glacier is known to be a anti-PBC, anti-Al Heyman guy. So one would assume like, he just hate Al Heyman. Here he go again. But what if he's really telling the truth? Right? I don't see why the old man would have to lie. Me personally. About this. This is a fight that we all want to see. We all boxing fans of all different ages. We all want to see this fight. But if this is what they're really doing to Bud Crawford, come on, man. Come on, man. Is everything a front? Hey, look, I'm hoping this thing happens. I'm hoping this fight happens. And go subscribe to my boy Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. And hit that like button too. But I was excited for this fight. Excited. Biggest fight in boxing, 2 undefeated fighters. I would say in their prime. I was saying in their prime about 2 years ago. Now Crawford's about to be 35. Terence Crawford's going to be 35, but he's a young 35. He hasn't taken a lot of damage. He's a really disciplined guy, so he should be okay. But he's still 35. Still 35. Is this? We hearing about the money, the piracies being an issue. Did a video earlier. I don't think they believe in this fight. I don't think Showtime believes in this fight. But then based off of what Glacier's saying and based off some of the other guys saying, this thing is way one-sided. No rematch clause for Crawford. Just wow, right?
What do you make of that tweet that Errol Spence had put out the other day saying, when I said never, I meant never?
Good question.
I don't know what that means.
Some people are hinting at he was talking about never fighting Keith Thurman.
You know what? I don't know. He's got no reason not to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman will draw his own, not fans, but at least people that know. I mean, he's got a little name recognition, and it's still a credible win for for Spence. I don't think Thurman's got any shot. I think he's in the back nine, but it's a saleable fight. The problem with Spence is he needs a B-side name to fight. He bombed that pay-per-view against Ugas, and Ugas was coming off a big win over Pacquiao, and he still bombed.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. That pay-per-view didn't do nearly as good as they say. They didn't do good. And you know your boy Bushido. I don't believe none of these numbers. I don't believe none of these numbers. I told you why they doing these pay-per-views, because these fighters got to fend for themselves right now. They don't have the money to give these guys the guarantees that they'll likely want. So they'll give them a low upfront guarantee, and then they can do the pay-per-view thing and hope to make something happen on the back end. This was not the PBC way early on. This wasn't the way. There was free fights for everybody on TV. Why? Because they had a lot of money. They had a lot of money, but they should have used a lot of that money for more bigger fights. A potential Thurman Spence fight back then, right? Look, I'm not a businessman, okay? I just follow boxing. I know what's going on in boxing, and I'm neutral in this thing, right? I'm neutral in this thing, but I'm hearing that Crawford wants too much money. Now I'm hearing that they're trying to bully Crawford in negotiations, and I've foreseen both of these things happening. I've foreseen that both of these could potentially be the outcome of this situation, but I stayed optimistic that this fight was going to happen. This is a big fight for boxing. 2 undefeated dudes. Come on, man. Like, for all the marbles, this really gets no bigger than this right now in boxing. This would be a real black eye for boxing. How could Showtime let this one slip away? How could PBC let this one slip away? How could they let Errol Spence and Terence Crawford slip away?
Man, he needs a name. He needs a guy who's got some name recognition, and Thurman is that guy. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter that Pacquiao lost. I mean, that Thurman lost to Pacquiao. Pacquiao lost to Ugas. You know, Ugas is not a name. You know, Spence needs a name guy. You know what? It really Spence is. Spence is a B side. That is an A side, and Heyman is a figment of Heyman's imagination.
Damn. So basically, he's saying Errol Spence is a media creation. He's not really a superstar A-side fighter. That's basically what I got from that. I mean, that could be the reality of this shit, you guys. It could be some red pill for your ass. And it could be really hard for a lot of people to swallow. Right? It could be hard for a lot of people to swallow. This is an old school boxer dude. You know what I'm saying? Old school dude. I mean, is Rick Glacier lying? Does he have an agenda? Why would he have to lie? I mean, why would he need to have an agenda? I mean, we all want to see this fight. This shit sounds highly likely, though, if I'm honest. It sounds likely. It sounds like this could be the holdup, man. Crazy. I said I wasn't going to talk about this fight again in my previous video, and I actually was going to go live to do this one, but I told you in that video that once I had some new news or something different, I was going to talk about it again. And yeah, that's exactly what we're doing, man. I mean, if this is true, man, this ain't good, man. This ain't good news. I think Terence Crawford deserves to be treated like a champion. He's not just some opponent. He's not just some guy with a belt, right? I'm getting kind of tired of fans acting like Crawford just some guy with a belt. Like, that's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. It's the biggest fight for boxing, the biggest fight for both guys. Crazy. But yeah, man. Let's see what else he had to say.
Is what he really is, because he's not a huge draw. He can put ass in the seats in Dallas, but if you walk down New York City, you walk down Fifth Avenue, Madison Avenue, and you say, "Do you know who Earl Spence is?" They won't know who he is. He's a draw in Dallas as a site draw. He's not even a pay-per-view draw. I mean, just bombed that pay-per-view. Tanked badly. You know.
You did mention that Al Hammond had 3 options for Earl Spence. Do you know who those 3 options were?
No.
What question?
Here's what I said. I said that that Heyman wants 3 options on Crawford.
Okay.
In other words, he wants his 3 next fights after this fight. And if he's the advisor, why is he entitled to that? Earl Spence says he's the promoter.
Okay.
They send out mixed signals. They want this, they want that, but Heyman says he's not a promoter. He's an advisor, but he wants 3 options on what do you call? Well, promoters can get options. They're entitled to them if they want. If they want to press, but Heyman says he's an advisor, not a.
Now, Errol Spence taking on the pay-per-view. Al Heyman wanted 3 options on Crawford. Pretty much want him to fight like 3 more times for him, sign and fight 3 more times. Man, these are some crazy details. Do you guys believe it? Do you believe that any of this is true? I've been hearing a lot of negative things, more than positive, honestly. And it leads me to believe that this could possibly be true. But one thing we know for a fact, that this thing likely isn't going good in negotiations. Why? Because we still in negotiations. This is a long saga within itself, the negotiation saga with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Do they really want to fight Terence Bud Crawford? I don't really want to hear the money excuse. I don't really want to hear that Terence Crawford wants too much money. I don't want to hear it. I honestly don't want to hear that no more. This is the biggest fight in boxing. I don't want to hear it. They worried about piracy. Well, they're going to have to get over it. Take a gamble, take a chance. And we're going to have to show them that we're going to support this fight. The Crawford Spence fan bases, we got to show them that we're going to support this fight. But if all this stuff is true, right, from Rick Glacier sources, it's not looking good. It's not looking like it's going to happen this year. Steven Espinoza, Al Heyman allegedly beefing. Weird stuff going on. Like people just coming up. Maybe people just coming up with weird conspiracies. I'm the man in the middle. I'm just a messenger, okay? And I'm looking to give you guys good news, but unfortunately, there's a lot of fucking bad news. But yeah, man, hit the like button for your boy. Go subscribe to Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'll leave his channel link in the description. Go like this video on his channel, right? And yeah, man, and tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.